As you can tell from the countdown clock right here, we're about to get started. If you've been here before, then you can just come back when the countdown clock hits 0. But if this is your very first lesson, then I got a couple things I want to talk to you about. All right, so if you weren't here last week, don't worry, you didn't need to be. We're doing a brand new song this week, and if you haven't played piano before, don't worry, we're doing 5 different levels. You can definitely do level 1. You are going to need to click on the PDF button right over there though, download the PDF and print it out because that's all the music for all the different levels. Now, as you'll see in your PDF, in the upper right hand corner, it tells you what level that page is for. So on level 1, you're going to want to have that level 1 page, and then 2 and 3 and 4 and 5, you can just ignore those. Just stay on level 1 for the entire lesson. You will want to find the chart though that has all of the notes listed out with all the letters on it, because that's what you're going to use in order to play your piano along with me when I'm playing. So if we're playing Mary Had a Little Lamb, the track would go something like this. And as I'm playing it, I'll show you where all the notes are and where all the letters are. Don't worry about that. But then you're going to play along with me when I'm playing the track. Now, after we've done level 1, I'll show you everything you need so you can practice the song throughout the week. Then we're going to level up, and that looks like this. And now you can see we're on level 2, right? So at level 2, then it's going to get a little bit more difficult, but each time the track plays, I want you to just play the track that you're on. So if you're on track 1, if you're on level 1, then each time, you know, we're doing our thing, we're going. Each time we start that, I want you to completely ignore the notes that we're playing, and you just play your level. So you would play. Because that's going to work with, the track's going to work with your level every time we play it, no matter what level we're on. So we move on to level 2, 3, 4, 5. You just stay on the one that you're comfortable with. All right, so all of these lessons are completely interactive. That means we want to hear from you right now. So go ahead and click on the chat button right over there. Put in your name. You don't have to put in a password. And then you'll be talking with all the other students who are logged in right now, as well as some of my assistants who can help you and answer some of your questions. If you've got a question, though, that you don't think they're going to know the answer to, and you want to ask me personally, then type your question in the box below this video, and then you'll get your answer to your question directly from me. Now at the end of level 5, we're going to raffle off some prizes. These prizes change up every single week. If you're the winner of the prize, you need to let us know right away what prize it is that you want so we can send that out to you. You can tell my moderator, you can let us know at mailbag@learnpianolive.com, email us there. You can fill out the contact form and let us know, but just tell us what prize you want so we can get that out to you. If you're not the prize winner, or if you want to know how you can earn more points so you can be the prize winner, then just stay tuned after the lesson and I'll let you know. All right, you've been very patient. That's all I gotta say. It's time for the lesson. I hope you've got your PDF. You're ready to ask some questions. I'm ready to answer them. Let's go. Hello and welcome back to KidsLearnPianoLive.com. My name is Jamin and this is Elise the Expert. Say hi, Elise.
Hi.
And she is an expert. She's been playing piano for a long time, and as you will find out very soon, she's very good at piano. And apparently, in this broadcast, she is only a head. Hey, there we go. She also has shoulders. And in the chat room, if you want to chat with the moderator or anybody else in the chat room, the incomparable Kendra is with us. How are you doing?
Good, how are you?
I'm doing good, thanks for asking. And we also have, of course, our always impatient penguin mascot, Kloppel, yes, who's just eager to move on with the thing. So, Elise, you need to go in the other room, practice up a little bit. You all need to have your PDF open, and let's talk about this new song here. This is from the Jungle Book. Now, there's two different versions of this song. There's one in the original, of course, and then one in the new one. They're almost the same, except that apparently the kid who's playing the new Mowgli, he's not very good at singing at all. So in the new one, he doesn't actually sing it. They just kind of shout through the whole entire thing. But anyway, we'll take a look at some of that later. For right now, we're going to be playing in the key that they play it in for the original. So this is like back in, I don't know, like the 40s or something was the first movie. And this G right here is going to be our first note. In order to find that G, we're going to find any group of 3 black notes like that. Take the middle note and drag it down, and you'll land right on a G every single time. So that's a group of 3. Take the middle note, drag it down, you land on a G. For right now, I'm going to use this one right here. And we're going to play a G, and then we're going to play an A. Just one note up from there. Look for, and then we're going to skip over this note. That's why that note doesn't have a letter on it on the camera shot. And we're going to just jump up to this one. So look for the. So from there to there, look for the. And then right here, we're going to skip again from that one up to there. We're going to skip from there to that E right there. That's going to be bear. And then we're going to play down one note, up one note, down one note, down one note. So really there's kind of a break right there. So if you can get to this C right here by the end of the lesson, that would be super duper because the track is kind of fast. So if we listen to the track, it's like this. 2, 1. Look for the bare necessities. So it's going to go like that fast through the whole entire thing. So maybe if this is your first lesson, you just make it your goal to make it to right there. Then the next line is going to start with this C right here. It's going to play C, and then D is this one right there. That's simple, bare, necessity. So all of that is just D and C back and forth for almost that entire line. And then we're going to play the A and the G that we played at the beginning, but in the reverse order. Instead of G, A, we're going to play A, G. So all of that together goes like this. Look for the bare necessities. That's where we kind of put in a little bit of break. The, and then second line, simple, bare necessities. That we actually kind of have a break right in there. And then you play your G4. And then get about your work. This is probably the toughest part of the whole song, is right in here. So if you get to that section and you can't play that by the end of the lesson, that's perfectly fine. That means you're a normal human being. But I do want to show you the notes. It's going to be C, all the way down to that first note, G, back up to that C, skip up to an E, and then skip, but actually skip over 2 notes instead of just 1 this time, all the way to there. Once you get to that one, then you can just go straight down in a straight line right there. Just one note to the left, and you'll be fine. You'll get all the way to there. Now, that's like half the song right there. So if you can make it through this section right here into here, then you've got half the song down, and we're going to play the second half in a little bit. But first, let's try just that first half. Just play the notes that you can. Don't worry about the rest. And go. Look for the bare necessities, the simple bare necessities. Forget about your worries and your strife. Yeah, man. Okay, then right here, we're going to go back up to those highest 2 notes that we've had, the G and the A. This entire line is just G and A. So you're going to be going from strife, which is this D right here, all the way up to this G. So you got to jump up to get to this. That's not good at all. Okay, well, let me show you the second half of this song real fast, and then we'll play our last time through. I told you he's impatient. I mean the bare necessity. That's all just G and A. E, C, and then here's the last 2 lines. Mother Nature's rested. That's all just D and C. P's, that, and then bring the bare necess. All of that right there is E and G. And then this part is a tough part at the end. Cities of life. So those are all the last notes. But really, if you take a look at it, this whole thing is just 2 notes back and forth. That whole thing is just 2 notes back and forth. That whole thing is just 2 notes back and forth. This whole thing is just 2 notes back and forth. So a lot of it is just taking 2 notes and going back and forth. But anyway, let's try this whole entire thing. If you don't have it all down, that's fine. I may not either. Here we go. 2 and go. Look for the bare necessities. The simple bare necessities. Forget about your worries and your strife. Up to a G and the A. I mean the bare necessities are Mother Nature's recipes that bring the bare necessity of life. Yeah, man. Okay. So that is a lot of notes, really, really super fast, hard to play, and apparently hard to sing as well. As I mentioned before, the guy who does the new Mowgli is a great actor and apparently not a great singer, but he was asked on a show called Jimmy Kimmel Live to sing this with the guy who also does the voice for the bear, Baloo, and this is how it went.
Song, a little bit of the song Bare Necessities in the movie, yes?
Yeah.
Do you remember the song? Do you know it by heart? Would you be willing to sing the two of you as
People.
because I happen to have a microphone right here, and also an Oprah magazine if you need that, or okay, I'll leave that right here. Yeah, okay, here we go. Bill Murray and Neil Seddy.
We have not rehearsed this. A 5, 6, 7, 8. They're called the bare necessities, the simple bare necessities.
Forget about
your worries and your strife.
I'm in the
bare necessities of Mother Nature's recipes that bring the bare necessities of life. Take me up.
wherever I wander,
Wherever I wander,
wherever I roam,
wherever I roam,
I'm gonna be fonder. The bees are buzzing in the
trees,
to make
looking for
some honey
just for me.
when
If you look under them rocks and plants and then take a glance at them plants and then
maybe try a few.
they're better than they look. And they tickle going down. The bare necessities of life will come to you.
We'll come to you. We'll come to you.
One more time.
We'll come to you.
So moving on to the next. Yeah, the Baloo guy may not be a great singer either, but they're funny. Let's level up.
Transitioning to Level 2. This may be confusing to Level 1 students, so please continue to practice the Level 1 version, or visit learnpianolive.com/level2 for a detailed explanation on how to level up.
He looked nervous. All right, so this is level 2 where we put all of the notes on the lines and spaces. So this is the exact same notes that we saw in level 1, but now it all looks official and perhaps terrifying because we're using the treble clef, and this is the chart for the treble clef and all of the notes. But if you need more help with that, you probably want to go to learnpianolive.com/level2, and I will explain that in better detail. But for right now, what you need to know is the second line up is always a G. Every single time you're on the treble clef. In fact, sometimes the treble clef is even called the G clef because if you draw a treble clef properly, this thing right here circles around the G line right there. So that line right there is always a G because we're in the G clef or the treble clef. So your first note is going to be a G, and that's our G. Look for the, and then right here we've got beat 1, if you're in Kloppel Academy level 2 or higher, then you are already dealing with the rests and stuff. So you know that on beat 1 right there, we're not going to play anything at all, and we'd play Bare on beat 2. That also brings us to our intro, which seems to come in really soon because all we have is a 1 beat thing right there before we come in to 2, 3, 4. So usually we have 1, 2, a 1, 2, 3, 4, and we play, right? But on this one, the 2, 3, 4 is actually where we come in. So it goes 1, a 2, a 1. Look for the. So you got to watch out for that because that's going to come in really early. So when I play the track, 1 and a 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. That 2, 3, 4, you can hear the notes are already in there. 1 and a 2 and a 1. Look for the. So that's why we have to come in so early on that. We have some other rests and stuff in there, but nothing too terrifying. We've got a tie right here. So whenever you have this line like that guy right there, that means you're not actually going to play that second note. You're just going to play that first note and hold it out through that second note. And we've got another one of those right there, and right there, and right there. So we have some ties. And other than that, it's all pretty straightforward. If you're on Kloppel Academy level 2 or higher, you should be able to read most of this thing. So let's try this with the track. Play as much of the notes as you can. And of course, level 1 people, you can join us now and play all the notes that you can. And then just don't worry about the rest. 2 and a 1. Look for the bare necessities, the simple bare necessities. Forget about I need the bare necessities. Our mother nature's recipe. Then bring the yeah, man. Cool. And because Kloppel hasn't interrupted us yet, that means we get to go again, and I don't have anything else to say this time in between. So, level 1, here we go. Level 2, good luck. 1, and a 2, and a 1. Look for the bare necessities, the simple bare necessities. Forget I need the bare necessities, our mother nature's recipe that brings the bare necessities. There you go. And Kloppel still hasn't interrupted us yet, so let's go one last time before we get to mailbag. Here we go. On your mark, get set, and lots of extra practice time today. 1 and a 2 and a 1. Look for the bare necessities, the simple bare necessities. Forget the words. Man, I need the bare necessities. Our mother nature's recipe that brings the There we go. That is all of the song you need to worry about for this week, and I guess that means it's time for mailbag.
If you'd like to win an extra 750 points by being the mailbag winner, just fill out the survey at the end of the lesson, or send us a message anytime during the week using the contact button at the top of the page.
And this week it's from Melanie G, who says, Dear Jamin, does Kloppel have any family? Yes, indeed, he does. In fact, you can read the whole story, learn the whole story. I guess you can just listen to it. If you search up a penguin in a floaty, I believe that the story of Kloppel and his family is the only thing that would come up, and you can watch that and see where he came from and why he is known as the penguin in a floaty. But anyway, let's level up.
Transitioning to level 3. This may be confusing to level 1 and 2 students. Please continue to practice your own level, or visit learnpianolive.com/level3 to understand how this level works.
All right, let us know in the chat room, by the way, right now, how far you have made it so far in the song, what note you're on, or what word you're on, I guess, to see how far along people are making it. I know a lot of people who are in the chat room are also really experienced pianists because they feel comfortable enough with the song and stuff that they can spend some extra time chatting. But anyway, let us know how things are going. And this is level 3, where we put in a little bit of left hand. That's going to be using the bass clef, which, by the way, since I told you on the treble clef, it's also known as the G clef because it all centers around that G line, that second line up. This is also known as the F clef, the bass clef, because that dot right there and this dot all make an arrow on that F line right there. So that one's always going to be an F. And the F actually comes up as our second note. Right there, there's an F that's on the, I guess you could call that the 4th line up. We usually count the lines and spaces from the bottom to the top. So the first note is a C. It's lined up with that rest. So you're going to play, look for the, nothing in the right hand, boom. Bare necessities, the. And then this one is lined up with simp. So that F is going to be right with simple bare necessities. Forget about your worries and your strife, D. And then we go over to here. This G is going to come in with this rest right here. Of course, you can always go to learnpianolive.com/level3 if you're wanting to do level 3, but I'm going too fast for you. We've got that G. The C is lined up with the rest. Lots of left-hand notes lined up with rests in this song. Bare necessities are mothe, or nature's recipes that bring the bare necessities of life. And then we have a C, F, C at the end of that. The notes I've been playing down below are just the ones that are lower than the C, which are the G and the A. So this note right here and the other G, that one right there, are both down below what you can see here on this current setup. But anyway, let's try just the left hand if you're on level 3. If you're on level 1 or 2, you play your version and ignore what we're doing. Here we go. 2 and 1. Look for the bare necessities, the simple bare necessities. Yeah. Here's that A, D, and G, C. Here's that F. There you go, and I think we're just going to jump right back into this thing. This one right here, you could tie over all the other ones that we doubled up. We had the same note twice in a row. I put a tie on them, so like this one right here is tied, so you're not actually playing that note right there. So we can do the same thing with that F if you want, just tie it into that one, so you're not actually playing that note. But let's try this thing again, and then we'll check in with Elise. 1, and a 2, and a 1. Look for the bare. There you go. That is all of it. That means it's time for us to check in with Elise. Come on over, my friend. Come on over. Here are your... Uh-oh. Is that the right ears to put that on? Yes? Okay, cool. So, there are your hearing ears. And I like your other ears, though. Those are awesome. Which level are you working on?
Pretty much 3.
Pretty much 3? That's ridiculous. Okay, we just did 3. All right, well, you know which button to press over there? The one that says Student Track? Go ahead, hit that, and then you're off to the races. And you can start right here too. That's probably going to sound really low down there. I'll scooch over. Go for it. 1, and a 2, and a go. Look for the bare necessities, the simple bare necessities. Forget about your... Yes, very nice. And then I mean the bare necessities are my... Yeah. Bring bare necessities. Last note is a C. Bam. Cool. What's that? You got lost. Yeah, you know what? And that's the thing about playing along with the track is it never slows down for you.
I can always get it without the track, but not with the track.
Yeah, I know. I feel the same way, and millions of other students feel the same way. Yeah, but the track's the only thing that really irons out those rhythms. So, but you're not at the ironing out stage because you've been working on this for like 10 minutes. So that was totally unfair. But that's the way we roll. That's mean. I've got to find a nicer way to say that. Tell them, let's level up.
Let's level up.
Oh.
Transitioning to level 4. This may be unsettling to lower levels. Please continue to practice your own level, or visit learnpianolive.com/level4 for an in-depth explanation on how to conquer this level.
Too bad. Play it faster. Play it faster. Go. All right, so here, this is level 4. So this is even meaner than level 3 was. So this has all kinds of extra notes in it. You're doing like if you're on Kloppel Academy level 5 or higher, then you're doing, man, that is loud. You're doing like this half note walking bass thing. So you'd be playing something like, something like that. So this is kind of like a hybrid of that stuff and what we normally have in level 4. So we're going to start out here with a super, super low note. In order to find out what that one is, what you could do is just take the lowest note that you know on the bass clef. Hopefully you know that this bottom one is a G. And if we would count down from G, we'd go down space, line, space, line to get down to that bottom note there. So that would be 1, 2, 3, 4 notches down from the lowest note that you know on the bass clef. So 1, 2, 3, 4. You would land on a C. It's 4 notches down from the G that you know. So anyway, that's first note right there is a C. And whenever you see a note that's 2 ledger lines down, 1, 2, in the bass clef, 2 ledger lines down, that's always going to be a super, super, super low C. So maybe you could work on memorizing that one. Then there's that G that we already talked about. And so the first 2 things are just C and G and C and G back and forth. So look for the bare necessities. The next one is going to be an F down to a C. Simple bare necessities. Now we're going to go from a C up to a G. Get about your, this one's even lower, that's an A, worries, and your strife. And then this one, the walk up that we usually do. So we do that a lot of times in level 4, but this one's way, way, way lower than we usually do. So this one right here is a G, and it's going to walk up to that C. Bare necessities are Mother Nature's recipes that bring the bare necessities of life. Yeah, man. Let's just try only the left hand for level 4 people. Hopefully you have your PDF there. I can't get all of those notes in on one page here, but hopefully you have that at home so you can take a look at that. And if you're on level 1 through 3, then it is time for you to join us and try this track. Here we go. 1 and 2 and a go. Look for the bare necessities, the simple bare necessities. Get about your inner strife. Bare necessities are Mother Nature's recipes that bring the bare necessities of life. That is the whole entire thing. Now, of course, you can add in your own notes here by either, like in the left hand, you can connect the notes, like we talk about in Kloppel Academy level 5, how if you're playing this, and you've got this note right here before that note, you could connect the two by just putting in the note that is in between those, an F sharp, to lead into whatever the next note's going to be. So look for the bare necessities. I'm going to an F, so I'm going to temporarily play an F sharp to get there, and then the F. So that would sound like this. And a 2, and a go. Look for the bare necessities. So that kind of stuff is going to improve the sound a lot, as well as adding more notes on the right hand. Right when I get to my favorite parts, he jumps in. Okay, so the chords are listed over here. So during the C chord section, you can add in as many C's and E's and G's as you want in the right hand or the left hand. So that's the other way that you can make this thing more fun and sound better, is during the C section. From there all the way up to that F, you can play as many C's and E's and G's as you want during that section. And then during the F section, you can play any notes from the F chord. It is also listed there. We've got all the chords listed that you need for this song. F's and A's and C's all go for the F chord. That's way too fast to understand if this is your first time through it. So you might want to go to learnpianolive.com/level4 for more help if that didn't make any sense. But if it did, then let's try that and level 1 through 3. Do your thing. 1 and 2 and go. Okay, so that would be an example of some stuff that you could do and some stuff that you would not want to not do. But it's time for our feature of the day. Here we go. So we're going to need Kendra's help on this one. She so far is perfect in her scores on these games. So we're going to see if we can trick her today. Here it is. I'm going to play 2 notes for you. You're going to tell me if it's the beginning of Mary Had a Little Lamb, like would be the beginning of Mary Had a Little Lamb. Or the other option is if it's the beginning of Joy to the World, like that would be.
Oh my gosh.
So these two are going to be, she says that, but then she gets them all perfect. You gotta watch her, she's tricky. You can play along at home. So I'm gonna play you 2 notes. You tell me, is that the beginning of Mary Had a Little Lamb or Joy to the World? Kendra, do your best. Here we go. Your first 2 notes are these. One more time. What do you think?
Mary Had a Little Lamb.
Mary had.
Yay.
Very nice. Okay. Next one. Here we go. These 2 notes. What do you think?
Mary Had a Little Lamb.
Mary had.
Oh my gosh.
Yes.
I really
Okay.
wasn't sure. That was like a
Okay.
50-50.
All
I
right.
don't know.
All
That
right.
was.
All right. All right. Here we go. Next one. What do you think?
Joy to the World. Yay.
All right, last one. Here we go. Our last chance to break her perfect record. Here we go. And these notes right here. What do you think?
Joy to the World. Yay.
She saw the perfect record on our feature of the day. Congratulations, Kendra.
Thank
Way to
you.
go. That was our feature of the day. There we go. Oh, yeah. Let's level up.
Transitioning to level 5. This may be terrifying to lower levels. Please continue to practice your own level or visit learnpianolive.com/level5 for training on how to survive this level.
All right, so you have, real quick here, if we go to the PDF, you have level 4B right here, and this is in the key. Here's the thing. If you're on level 4 already or level 5, then you'll understand this. The rest of you, this will make no sense at all. The original movie was played in the key of C, so we're already playing in the key of the original movie. But the new movie, the one just released this year, when they sing, talk, scream it, then they sing, talk, scream in the key of E flat and not in the key of C. So I've given you on level 4B all of that in the key of E flat, so you can play those notes, and that will go along with the 2016 version. Level 4 will go along with the 1946 or whatever that was version. But we are supposed to be on level 5 here, and there are no notes on here. All right, that's awesome. So if you printed this out at home, then you'll notice that your level 5 also probably has 0 notes in it, which is why we'll be back in just a minute. Okay, hi, Kendra. How's it going? So, we now have it. If you're in the archives, then your version is perfect. If you are here in the live lesson, then you just have this to go on with me. So let's see if my pen will write on this version. No, it won't, of course. So anyway, this is where learnpianolive.com/level5 is really going to help out because I will not be able to write on this for you. But basically, the idea is, as you can tell over here, I've given you the right hand and the left hand. So the right hand is supposed to play all the top part, and then the left hand is going to play all the chords from the left hand part, on the bottom part. So the numbers here that we have is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 1. Now that's in the key of C. As I was explaining before, that's going to go perfect with the old version of Jungle Book, but the new version is going to use the key of E flat. And in the key of E flat, this note right here is number 1, and your notes are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 1. So you're going to have to play 5, 6, 1, 3, 2, 3, 2, 1, and you'll be playing it better than they're singing it. And then the left hand is going to play the 1 chord and the 4 chord. Well, let's see what else we have in here. The 5, the 6, and the 2 are all of them. So you can see here, right between the and bare, the left hand is going to come in with the 1 chord. In the key of E flat, that would be every other note starting on the 1. So the 1, the 3, and the 5. That's the 1 chord in the key of E flat. But since we're trying to play with everybody else here, let's go ahead and go back to the key of C, where this is our 1, and our 1 chord is just these 3 notes right here, the 1, the 3, and the 5, or just, you don't have to know what the numbers are, just go to that number and then play every other note starting on that number and you should be fine. So that would be the 1 chord right there, and the 4 chord would be right there, starting on the 4. There we go. And then we'd go back to the 1 and the 6 and the 2 and the 5. In fact, let's try this thing. We're just going to leave all of the numbers up here so you can play along at home, and then we'll try. I'm going to try playing the left-hand chords. If you're in level 1 through 4, then congratulations. If you're here in the live lesson, you already have the music you need. But let's try this thing. I'll try to call out the right hand while I play the left hand. This is not going to go well. 1 and 2. And 1, 5, 6, 1, 3, 2, 3, 2, 1, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 6, 5, 1, 5, 1, 3, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 5, 6, 5, 6, 5, 6, 5, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 6, 2, 3, 5, 3, 5, 3, 1, 6, 5, 1. Wow. Okay. So I think we're going to call that a success and leave it at that. Walk away on a high note. This right here, by the way, is the chart for the key of E flat. If you want to try playing in that key, so you could play along with the new 2016 version. But for right now, I guess we're gonna call that good and invite Elise to come back over and show us what she knows now. What do you know now?
Still not much.
Still not much. Okay, that's fine. Which level would you like? Don't say 5.
Probably like 3.
Okay, probably like 3. So here we go. Getting all the notes that you can in there. You can either play along with her or just play your version, or just watch and see how much she's gotten. Oops. Ready?
Yep.
You know which button to press over there to get started? 1 and 2 and a go. Look for the bare necessities, the simple bare necessities. Forget about your worries. Wow, yeah, nice. Go for it. I mean the bare necessities are yeah. And then E and G, a lot of E and G.
Yeah.
And then it comes back to the C. C. That's it. Nice work. Great job. That's way more than you had before. So before, yeah, we just had like, I don't know, 5 or 10 notes. Yeah. But now you have basically the whole entire first half. So nice job. That's some massive improvements since the first time. If you're not making it as far as she is in this little amount of time that you have to practice, that's fine. She's at least the expert. So, you know, she's gonna play it expertly. But anyway, they're all waiting to just see how much longer it is until they find out who won the $10 gift card. Was it me? Maybe it was you. Let's find out. congratulations. And K-Dog, you were our chat winner today. So you pick up extra points for that. Don't forget to stick around to the music challenge. You can do that each day. Send us your videos, and then I'll tell you how to make more points at the end of the lesson, and also fill out the survey for some extra points. We love you. Bye. Hey, you're still here. Me too. Well, here's what needs to happen next. First of all, click on the survey button. That is probably like right over here. Maybe if you're on the iPad, it's like down here below the video. Anyway, it's right around there. Click on that. Let us know how we did today, and also ask us any questions you might have about this lesson or about any other lesson. You might even be the mailbag winner if you include your name in that. And then after that, you're gonna go to the music challenge, which is a button probably right up here, up above the video. And so click on the music challenge. You can come back every single day and fill out the code thing and get your points for doing that. So you got your music challenge thing to do after you do the survey. And then after you've practiced the song up, then go to the one up here that says, right over here probably, student videos, and then take a video of yourself on your phone or your iPad or whatever, and then send us your video, and maybe it could even be the featured video and you get points for doing that. And then if you have any questions, click the contact button that's also up there somewhere. Anyway, I don't know. But click on that. Let us know if you have any questions. And we'll see you back here next week. All right. Thanks for joining us. It was a lot of fun. See ya.